Alright, well, it looks like we are back. That was atrocious. Ugh. Bloody internet. Bloody internet. Just letting Discord know. Not through yet. Stream is indeed less dead. My Wi-Fi basically just died completely. I couldn't even let you guys know on my phone. Beep boop, beep boop. I had to literally go, well, I waited for it for a bit, and then I just went and reset the modem. Which seemed to have done the trick, because we are back. The reason the thing's not moving is because I'm not over on the game right now. Mike is a bit quiet, says Kaiser. That is possible. Here, hold on. This usually tends to help. There. Hopefully that is a little better. Why is there no more game music? Oh, right, I think messing with the mic messes with the game audio. Okay, we've got the guide right there. We've got chat right there. We are back online. We'll keep going, but if the audio doesn't come back, we'll just, like, close and reopen the game really quick. No big. Hey, Freya. So yeah, we were heading to the castle. This is the landing port. I think we did this before. Feels eerie without the music playing. Like something bad is about to happen. Okay, where the hell are we going? We're in the north. We want to go... No, we're in the east. Yes. Now we're in the south. Now we're in the north. And now we're in the castle area. There's the music. Okay. Just had to go to an area with a different music. Wait, what? Oh, are we going to the castle already? Just to remind you, since we're going to be staying there after the party, we won't be able to leave until morning. Wait, hold on. Echoing effects from two different things, picking up your mic being broadcast by your streaming program at once. Now, oh, we're getting the echo? Echo? Yeah, we get that sometimes. Intercom shadow is a mood. Oh, that's unfortunate. Just all the tech problems today. And hold on. And then keep holding on. And hold on. Actually, wait. Actually, hold on for a moment. No, yeah, I didn't think so. Hold on. Alright, did that help the echoey intercom? Yeah, we just go straight there. Got lots of shit to do when we're in there. Well, let's show the gatekeeper our invitations, I think. I think it's a bit better to say more things to compare. Say no more, my friend. I will say all the more. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Probably because we don't get invitations to big events like this very often. Less echo, more metal? Is that bad? Hey, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen. Fixed? Okay, good. Unless you have official business here, you need to leave. Hey. Hi there! I'm sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. You're still staying in town? Yeah, we still have some business to take care of. Oh, hey, cop! Thanks for the subscription! How you doing, buddy? Good morning. 7 months. Wow. Coming up on that big year, baby. We have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we pass? We're still echoing? Ugh. I think I'd have to close and reopen Streamlabs. And yeah, I think we'll just deal with this. We've dealt with worse echo before. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry if anyone finds the echo a little bit distracting, but it would cause more trouble to deal with it, and I don't even know if that would help, so we'll just keep going. It's kind of just the mood of the day. All my technology seems to be giving me the middle finger. Shadow, you distract me. I'm glad I'm distracting you, cop. I'm a good distraction, I hope. A formal invitation? Received directly from His Grace. What? It's a giant! See? Right here. Written invitation. Let's see. To Zin and his team, in appreciation for your performance in the competition, you are cordially invited to a dinner party. Ah, okay, you guys are in the martial arts competition. Right, and I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. So is that you? You get it! We would greatly appreciate your help. Makes sense. The head mate told us you'd be coming. You're missing someone. What happened to him? It's kind of impolite, I know, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it. We're the only ones coming. Ah, well that's a pity. No matter, please go on in. Now entering Zin and Company, victors of the martial arts competition. Open the gate! Wow, it's like the Hawken Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of a castle. I bet it's more solid, too, since it's the royal castle. That's part of why it's impregnable. Is the tomato tossing a person or a bot? Has to be one of the users, I guess, based on the viewer count. Oh, it's Oh, I see what you mean. Are the bots doing the tomato tossing? I suppose they could if they had a clicking mode set up, but I think it's probably a user. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has ever broken through the Annenberg Wall. The capital's been ravaged by a war numerous times as a result of mutinies and insurrections against the nobles. But even then, the castle held the royal rebel army at bay and protected the royal family and the refugees. I didn't know you guys could actually see those tomatoes for each other. I always thought it was just individual for the user. I, unfortunately, can't see them, so if you're using them to indicate anything for me... Well, I mean, once in a while I can see them if I have my monitor working! But I don't. But even then, the castle held the rebel army at bay, protected the royal family, refugees, blah 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 blah, or so the stories say. Can I go in now, please? Wow, that's pretty neat! Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now, welcome to Her Majesty's Grancel Castle. Go right on in. You'll be met by a welcoming party inside. Enjoy your evening. Say that again. I've never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel the traditions and rules of the old kingdom here. Welcome to Grancel Castle. You are Zin and his team, correct? Captain Amalthea. This isn't really unexpected, but even so. That's right. We came at the invitation of the good duke. And, you are? Who's that?
Eat money, friend.
Holy shit, cop! Thanks a lot, buddy. $30. Cop says, eat money, friend. I shall indeed consume your cash. Or just, like, maybe save it to get a new computer or something. You know, something like that. Hydra says, maybe I ignorantly clicked the window or something. Since it's not an opt-in thing, tomato is automatically selected. If you actually click on the icon of the tomato, there are a few other things you can throw, like a paper airplane, and presumably other things. I don't know what they are, but yeah, it's I think you have to be on the actual Twitch page too. Like, viewing it on mobile, I don't think has the option. Okay, no, I can definitely see other users' actions. Okay. I can only imagine the screen is being pelted by every user currently watching right now. And, you are? Pardon me. I am Captain Canone Amalthea of the Intelligence Division, head of Grancel Castle's defense. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience. Oh no, she's hot! Oh no, cop. You're too kind, really. May I say, I didn't know they made women as young and pretty as you into captains. You must do fine work. My, but you are the flatterer. But I'm not so young as your bracer friends. Estelle and Joshua Bray. It's been some time since the incident in Zeiss, hasn't it now? Yeah, I guess it has. Quite some time. Unfortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? I'm afraid not. We left that case up to the full-fledged bracers and came to Grancel. We never even heard the follow-up report on it. I see. That's truly a shame. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. Have no fear on that score. What the hell's with her? Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Oh, absolutely. Now, we must show you to your rooms. Shay, if you would please do the honors. Yes, ma'am. See to their needs, but do not bore them with any idle chatter. Do I make myself clear? Yes, ma'am. I understand. Very good. Now, everyone, I hope you enjoy your evening. For my part, I must bid you farewell. Now that is one fine woman. I hate to say this, Zin, but your taste in women is crap. There's nothing fine about that fox-faced harpy. I think that might just be his favorite type of women. I just tend to find that women like that turn out to be pretty good people once you peel back a few layers. He means their clothing and then their skin. In that order, Zin is a serial killer. A pervert serial killer. So to speak. You're hopeless. They're onions. Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes. Oh, my honor! Oh, sorry about that. You were supposed to show us to our room, right? Yes, please allow me. Pardon my not saying before, but I am Shay, a maid here at the castle. Can I be a dirty old man sometimes? Yes, cop, you can. We can be dirty old men together sometimes. We'll get Master Roshi and Kakashi and just have a great time. Their clothing alone is already a few layers exactly. I will be at your service this evening, from the dinner party until the morning. If anything is not to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Will you please show us to the room then? Certainly, it's on the second floor. Oh, we have a lot of people to talk to over here. And then, yeah, I think after we get back and talk to Elnan again, we'll save and exit there. And the next stream for sure will be the finale, because it's literally nothing but the endgame past that point. Oh, wow! Get a load of that chandelier! Talk about classy. Chastel, what's that way? That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. It hasn't seen much use in recent days, though. I see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh no, it's just that it's the head maid who tends to her in the royal keep of late. I shouldn't speak on subjects by which I'm unfamiliar. Come then, shall we? There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Isn't that right, Shay? There is no war in Ba Sing Se. This is the room where you'll be staying. If he's going to cause women's death, it's not with his hands or any weapons, unless of course they provoked that, of course. Oh dear. I'm sure he's monstrous in other ways. This is the room where you'll be staying. Please, go on in. And before the Queen replaced herself with a body double, but the body double is actually sick. The crown is poisonous to all that isn't actually the Queen, and the Queen forgot that somehow. Pardon us. Holy Stragas! I never imagined we'd ever stay in a place like this. Nice! This will make a good story for later. No cop, bad. Bad cop. I believe there is still some time before the party. You are free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. I ask that you refrain from entering those areas. Can you be a little more specific? Most significantly, the royal keep where the Queen resides. It is a small palace of sorts, built on the garden terrace on the roof. Garden terrace? That sounds nice. The terrace is where Her Majesty greets the people of Grancel from during the birthday festivities. So you cannot go into the royal keep itself, but you may visit the garden terrace if you like. It seems like bad security, personally. As for the other restricted areas, there's the Royal Guard Room, and also the Treasury, I believe. The Royal Guard Room. I guess they're still wanted for questioning about all that terrorist stuff. Yes. The Intelligence Division is currently occupying it. Entrance is restricted, so please abide by the rules. Understood. By the way, what are the others who are invited doing? They've already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing in their respective rooms. Alright. So, Mayor Klaus is here too. Oh yes, he arrived some time ago. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. If you need anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room. Now then. Those instructions can't stop you damn straight. Estelle and Joshua exchanged a look that went unnoticed by Zin. Hey Zin, we want to go and walk around the castle for a little bit. We'll be back in time for the party. Huh. It must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem. Have fun. Me, I'm going to kick back and relax in this oh-so-luxurious room. We need to get as much done as we can before the party starts. First, Julia told us that we'd have to talk to the head maid Hilda. I'd like to say hello to the other invitees, too. We likely know most of them. Damn straight. Alright, so we've got one door, two on the other side. We'll start with these then. That's ours. Mayor Maybell. Mayor Maybell? And Lila. And Joshua. Estelle. Ah, here at last. I kept wondering when you'd get here. I was practically counting the seconds. So you were invited here too, Mayor? Hey, wait! You were waiting for us? How did you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Klaus. I heard about a pair of children who entered the tournament, won its championship, and were invited to a grand royal banquet in the castle. If I'd known, I would have canceled my appointments and come to cheer you on. Begging your pardon, ma'am. That would have been quite impossible, given the circumstances. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Don't worry, I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the Queen has no time to waste at a banquet. What with everything else going on? What is Duke Doonan thinking? That captain was so stubborn about inviting me, too. I had no real choice but to accept. Do you mean Captain Amaltea? Yes, that's her. Her words were polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye while she spoke them. I dared not refuse her request. I haven't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Wait, does that mean... You haven't heard any word from the Hawk and Gate? The General is unavailable is the longest message I've been able to wring from them. It would seem he's busy with these anti-terrorist countermeasures, or what have you. I had hoped he'd be in attendance at this banquet, though, but I guess he couldn't pull himself away. What do you think about all this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place at a time like this? Well, if the Queen were to be in attendance, I would expect some announcement of no small import. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has too much time on his greasy, chubby hands. He's letting this position of royal proxy go to his head. That sounds about right. But there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think? Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef is here. The Grand Chef here is the best in all the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respects to Her Majesty, and return to Bose post-haste. Oh, sorry, I've been missing Cop's comments. Zin, I want to explore you. Wait, I need to explore you. Come back. Joshua, I want to explore people too. Oh my. Oh, is that it? Oh, that was literally the last line from Maybell. My mistress has been looking forward to seeing you again. Please come visit her in Moses again sometime soon. How do I English? Who do we got? Literally no one. What a shame. Who do we got? Oh. Ha, Joshua, Estelle, you made it! It looks like we may live out this fantasy I mentioned last stream. Oh no, which fantasy was that? Maybe the mayor wants to be explored, says Cop. It's been quite a while. Dean Collins? You were invited to the banquet as well, sir. I just arrived today via airship from Rouen. The little mayoral birdie told me you two won the tournament. Someone having an excuse to hurt the Duke? Ah, I get what you mean, Kaiser. Hopefully. Jill and everyone else will be so happy to hear it. Thank you. I had no idea we'd be seeing you here, Dean Collins. Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect in Liberia. It's only fitting he be given a seat at this banquet. A man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor. What's the Royal Assembly? It's a meeting held once per year to address matters afflicting the kingdom. The Queen, mayors of every city, and other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of state. Wow, sounds big. So, all of those guys have been invited here tonight too? No, I'd say only about half. Her Majesty is still ill, and General Morgan is away on official military business. And Mayor Dalmore of Rouen was arrested in that nasty affair. And Professor Russell, he is a bit too entrenched in too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all of this talk is of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's hardly the time to be holding a feast at all, if you ask me. Well, we can use this chance to see where Duke Doonan stands on all of these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty, regardless. Yes, that's the biggest issue here, without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I would like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story. Princess Claudia is the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she live here in the castle? No, it's my understanding her actual residence is elsewhere. But I'm told she's come to the capital as of a few days ago. She's here then? I'd really love to meet her. I'm sure you'll have a chance. Cool, see you guys later. So now we're gonna go further into the... Oh. Where the hell are we? Okay. Oh, is that a thing I can examine? It was not. Oh, it's the library. Okay, I dig. What are those people at the intelligence division up to? No, you don't. You just need weapons to find audience with the Queen, pretty much. Oh shit, Shadow! I figured it out! What's up, cop? Taking important documents without official permission. Oof. I'm sorry to hear, my friend. I hope they at least sign them out. Okay, that's all this area has. The Queen is the one being explored. Lamau. Should this be the throne room? Can I sit on the throne? Please, please, please. If you find a vacant throne, you always have to sit on the throne. Unless it's cursed. But you won't know until you sit on the throne. Empty. Estelle! Joshua! Mr. Murdoch! I thought you might be here. With mayoral class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might also be in attendance. I wouldn't mind if Shadow sat on me. Oh my. If you have a willing partner, you can do worse than sit on the throne. I mean, yes, but at least just sit on the throne. But yes, if you have a willing partner, you can always do that too. That is certainly a bucket list item. I mean, not necessarily like my bucket list, but like, hey, you know, you're only ever gonna get the chance to do it once, so do it when you have the chance. I must say, I never expected you two to win a tournament championship and end up hobnobbing in Grancel Castle. Cassius is kids to the bone, you are. It took more than our upbringing to get here. Lots of people helped along the way. No cop. Down, boy. Down! Down, boy. So it's been a few days. Have there been any developments? Well, right after you left for the capital, Captain Emeltia came from the intelligence division, came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Leiston Fortress. Professor Russell and company are still on the run, too. Army hasn't found them yet. But the longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. I asked Captain Emeltia if I could see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. I was flat out refused. So in other words, we definitely aren't going to be able to do this the easy way. We sure aren't, but don't you worry, because we've totally got that covered. We will get the professor's message to Her Majesty, one way or another. Even if we have to try the weapons method. Empty. empty. This is a place to talk. Please come right in. For drinks, we have anything you can think of, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. I want a Slappy! Can you get me a Slappy? What about a margarita? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, don't mind me. Oh, this is the Royal Terrace. Shit, did I not want to go here yet? Oh, no, then go to the Garden Terrace and go north. Okay. Oh, fuck, I'm getting tired. Oh, wow, check that out. This must be the castle's Garden Terrace. I'd say so. You can see the whole lake from here, and it overlooks the town, too. This reminds me of that time I had some guy jokingly order a pile of poison and explosives at a bar only for the bartender to actually make it. Dude, when I say I have everything, I mean I have everything. You would like the gas station attendant in Raging Loop then, Ned. That's all I'm gonna say there. Must be great for reconnaissance. As nice as this is, we really don't have time to stop and enjoy it. We've got a job to do. Hi, can I go in, please? Oh, this must be the Royal Keep. Yes, cop, hydrate. Who are you? Hey, you two. We're here as guests of the Duke. Is this where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is. But for the last few days, she hasn't been feeling so well. She's not seeing anyone right now. Oh, you've got it wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it would be amazing if she were to even take notice of us. Does Princess Claudius sleep here as well? No, it's just... Hey! The princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them has time to deal with the likes of you. Might I inquire as to what's going on here? Madam, we didn't know you were back already. The dinner party will be starting soon, so I will be returning to the main quarters. And who are our guests? They're from the team that won the martial arts competition. It's only because of that victory that someone of a bracer's social standing would ever be invited here. A bracer's social standing? Such discourtesy! You would insult those who were personally invited to the royal castle? No, that's not what... Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all the respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. I sincerely hope you have not forgotten that. Understood. Wow, she's intense. I wonder who she is. But, madam, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely you understand the reasons that the Colonel laid out. Yes, and I'm quite tired of hearing them repeated to me. I am terribly sorry, sir and madam. Security has been heightened, and as such, the Royal Keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I may ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins? All right. That's fine. We'll do as you ask. I apologize. We weren't trying to cause any trouble. Fine then. Just don't let it happen again. Safe return to you. I apologize that you were subjected to such dreadful behavior. My name is Hilda. I am the head maid of Gransell Castle, and I oversee all of the housekeeping duties. Aha! We had a feeling. Forgive my rudeness, but are we previously acquainted? Well, someone told us about you. Exploration time! I know this handwriting. You see? We also have our bracer emblems and identification with us. I see. please come with me to the main sitting room. Cop, exploration time! Kaiser, no. We can discuss the matter further once we are there. I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty. Correct. Right. If now's not a good time, we can try later, but... No, it's not an issue. Those special ops men have had the royal keep under constant surveillance for some time now. Only the Duke, the Colonel, and hired attendants such as myself are allowed in. Which means that a private audience is probably a no-go. What do you think, Estelle? We could ask Hilda to relay the professor's message to Her Majesty. No, I'd really rather speak to her face-to-face. And there are just too many particulars we don't know that we'd really need to discuss directly. Like what Duke Doonan and Colonel Richard are after. Estelle and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party is over? Why? Have you thought of a way for us to see Her Majesty? I believe I have. It may be difficult, but I think it's worth a try. I'm going to need some time to get ready, so can you come back after the dinner party? Awesome! Understood. We'll be back then. I'll be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think we'll begin serving shortly. For now, it's probably best if you wait in your room. Bye, Hildy. Say hi to Mary Ann for me. She's such a sweetheart, too. Yo, what's up, bro? This is the Intelligence Division's office. Authorized personnel only. Keep your distance unless you're keen on getting arrested. Ooh, what's over here? Oh, it's a dining hall. That's fine. Ooh, wait, actually, one more door. Oh, it's another dining hall. Oh, this isn't a dining hall, it's like a study research room. We can't waltz, we haven't been trained to dance. Hey guys, talk about being late. The party's about to start, you know. Is that a door leading out the side of the dining hall? Oh, I think it was, actually. We'll have to check it out later then. Sorry! We got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all of the mayors. Huh. Well, aren't we well connected? We're close friends with the mayor of Roland. Plus, we've met the other mayors in the course of our travels. Ah, I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. Sightseeing and exploration! Well, we're certainly exploring this castle. You two sure get around for junior bracers. Yeah, you might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Gransel? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right? Right. For a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim flights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done, though. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't so bad. Normally, that would be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine. But with all of them concentrated in Gransel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Yeah, it could be. Ugh, I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. I wonder what's going on with Shara back in Roland. Now, that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sherazard, would you? You know her? She's our mentor. She's been a close friend for ages. Oh, okay. Makes sense. I met her a long time ago, when a case brought her to Calvard. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Her master? Yeah, probably Dad. Please pardon me. The table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way? You do not know the way. Sure. I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. I'm actually really hungry myself. Alright! Want to go and eat fancy? Sure. That fight left me starving. Do you know the way? You do not know the way, my brother. Let's go digging! Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. I will show you the way. This is a dinner party, right? What's with all the empty plates then? Plenty of knives and forks, though. That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with hors d'oeuvres. Then, you use the knives and forks from the outside in. And that's all part of having good table manners? And here comes the anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Anxiety for dinner. Relatable. Indeed, indeed. I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who will be attending. No need to get stressed out. Yeah, I guess that's true. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? I'm told that folks from the East usually eat with chopsticks. You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in the when in liberal, do as the liberalians do philosophy. You are the finest food lady, Maybelle? She is indeed pretty fine. I am not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork. My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You're as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion. You flatter me! Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. I'm with you, bro. I think he's being more polite than a lech, though. Anyway, his grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to. Indeed. So if the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might that other one be for? Probably for Olivier. Indeed. Perhaps it is intended for Professor Claudia. Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. Presenting His Grace, the Duke. Well then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I mean, no experience at all with a knife is unrealistic, assuming he's ever cooked his own meals. Yeah, Professor Claudia, well. I'm afraid that I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. Literally everyone in here knows who he is. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by our honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you. You've got to be kidding. We're having dinner with him? I suspected this might happen, but it's still unnerving. Excellent, excellent! What say you, Mayor Maybelle? What do you think of Gransel's Castle's master chef? Looks like a really nice dessert. Is his cooking not on par with that found in Bose's Aunt Rose restaurant? Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away. You are not the first to say such things. And what have you? Zin, wasn't it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent! I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberalian cuisine, though. Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. And you, young bracers, I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before. It's extremely delicious, far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. I don't think he quite caught that little stealth insult there. Indeed, it is a genuine treat. It's certainly delicious food, and we couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation. Very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler has been telling me about. We met before, during the Ruan incident. I wonder if the Duke's private meeting is anything like how you encounter McNeil during your invasion of his home in Breath of Fire 3. Lol. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Yes, sir. Maybe so. You picture emotes. Lol. Lol. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. They are too powerful. Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant, and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Ah, yes, that's a fine idea. I typed the semicolon and everything and Twitch did that? It's pretty rude. Return of the Ancient Noses. I remember them from an AOL mousepad. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement. An announcement? And what might that be? I believe I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you are, no doubt, already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. Ah, that's excellent news! Could we possibly go and check in on her? Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. Colonel Richard, I am pregnant, and one of you is the father! In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held, as originally planned. Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us. Right. If that were all, you could have just sent along a message. Indeed, you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as we have previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Dunan. Gravity. What? Is this true? Joshua, this is... Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes its appearance. I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it is only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, might I add. The Duke, finally I can get imprisoned by the Intelligence Division. Nah, he's much more useful as a public puppet. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following the festival's successful conclusion. As the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible! Is Her Majesty's condition truly that severe? I'm ashamed that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits. It is far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner. Credulity? Credulity? Fuck, I've read that word how many times? Credulity? Credulity. Nah, whatever. Mayor Maybell, are you saying that you cannot take his grace at her word? Credibility too. Credulity. Okay, thanks, Cop. Credulity. I think that's a word that I usually see written more often than spoken, so I don't really get to hear the pronunciation. Credulity. No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that, as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion. That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Credulity. Credulity? Ha! Credulity! Your unease is quite understandable. We do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. That is why we're telling the leaders first, to help stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Well, yes, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us. And we must be watchful for any action on the part of the Erebonians. The citizenry, oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. And this is the world in which we are going to be living. He makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. The Queen, yeah, I give up, I'm requiring. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebration. Screw the Duke, and not in a good way? Hell yeah. And no exploring him either. But you thought it would be best to inform us first so that we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct? I'm glad to see that we have an understanding. If this all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy. Yes, we'll have to announce it to the citizens. I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who also has the same right of succession? Well, no doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne. But it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. And I must say, I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibilities upon a girl so young. Yes, absolutely! Claudia, I'm about to start a succession crisis, don't at me. For the time being, I've completely lost my Duke Doonan voice. I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is still strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year. Oh my. I understand. If that happens, then we'll have two major events to celebrate. I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Zim? I don't mind. Speak freely. Equal claim. That's not how monarchies work. They do seem to be a democratic monarchy. No. Claudia actually has more of a claim because she is... but she's the granddaughter. And he is technically... I think it would be more accurate to say they both have a valid claim to the throne. I wouldn't put bit past Duke Doonan to change voice at this dinner as part of getting serious. She's a direct descendant. I mean, yeah, but isn't... Okay, so the Duke is her nephew. Oh, yeah, so he's a cousin. So... But he is a generation before her, isn't he? Like, he would be brother to who Claudia's parents, father or mother, whoever the... I think father was the prince. So he would be the prince's brother. No, because he's a nephew. So he would be Queen Alicia's sibling's child. I mean, so long as the suitor isn't especially old, this can be fine. Maybe their succession is a candidacy thing, but the standing ruler has to designate who has priority? Yeah. I don't mind, speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't sound like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing, particularly a foreigner. So, how come you're making this announcement now? That is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Bracers to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Maybe it's a role availability thing too, and only certain duchies can or something? I don't know. Gotcha! I guess Liberal's military and Bracers are on just as good of terms as the stories say. The Queen, all according to Kaikaku. And that is because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the guild then. Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I bet that was huge news for you guys, though. Of course it was! I can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. But really, what a shame. That food was so amazing, and it practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what that last flavor was, though. Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food, Estelle? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air. Ugh. You just played tourist a little while ago, and now you want to take an after-dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. Estelle, I can't take over the royalty if I have to disguise myself as the Duke instead. True enough, Ned, true enough. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There's a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. My man! Okay, so story time for you guys, really quick. I was working as a security guard for about a year and a half. I think from about 2019 to... mid-2019 to the end of 2020. And the posting that I was on for the longest time, it was my favorite posting and I really miss it, was the Royal Alberta Museum, which was really cool. And they'd occasionally have events there, and I would get called for the event shifts. And, you know, so they'd have big fancy food and all that. And after it was over, when all the guests had gone, when we were preparing to head home, me and a couple of the other guards would always hit up the kitchen, and we would actually get to take some spare food home. I once got to take home some, like, bison kebabs and a whole bunch of, like, these little dessert tart things. That was cool. I liked that perk. I really miss the museum. It ended poorly, but that was partially on me and partially on bad timing. But I really miss the museum. I really liked working there. You've got to be kidding! You're still hungry? If you had a blade to my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. That'd be me. Just give me like a pipe, a nice bowl or two to pack, and some chicken wings. I'd go down pretty happy. I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little bit. Alright, have fun, you big beautiful man. Let's check out the enclosed instruction manual. Alright, go to main quarters, talk to Hilda. Go there, talk to there. Okay, we are coming up to the end of the stream, but we have a little bit more left. We have to go talk to Hildy. Things have gotten serious. Like, let's use England as an example here. If Prince Charles were to die before Queen Elizabeth, Prince William, as Charles's eldest, would become the heir to the throne, not one of Princess Margaret's kids. I've actually heard some rumors that they might just skip Charles, which I really fucking hope. Nobody wants Charles to take the throne. No offense to Prince Charles if he somehow ends up watching this stream, or if any of his employees end up finding this stream and comment later about how I disrespected Prince Charles. But I'm sorry, dude, no one fucking likes you. But yeah, fair enough point, Ton. We really have to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty. First things first, we go talk to the head maid Hilda, like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me! Oh, it's you. Generic voice from off screen. Oh, Colonel Richard. Hi, Richard. The answer is crime. Colonel Richard. Estelle and Joshua. This is our first opportunity to truly speak face-to-face, I believe. No, we met and spoke face-to-face several times. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Delmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised that you remember us. I remember that we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Cassius Bright. How'd you find that out? Okay, first off, it's in your name, Estelle. But why is text advancing? I wasn't pressing anything. But also, like, you tell fucking everyone you meet. Or they figure it out just from hearing your name. Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I had been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Huh? Pardon me, Colonel. But don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. Ah, yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge instead? I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. So, the vibes I'm getting right here, it's not a brother-sister thing, obviously, but she's really reminding me of Reika from Kamen Rider Saber, the one with the brother complex. Ew, no booze. I mean, they are minors. They're 16, so don't give the minors booze, even though they could probably, like, assassinate the head of the country if they wanted. I'm going to brew them poison, give me a cover story. Pardon me, then. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please, follow me. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. I met Cassius. Oh, the hosses are back. That's fine. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. Just ignore the constant notification sound. And since that time, I have found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did? And, what did you think of him at the time? To put it simply, he was a hero, and a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics. He understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without peer. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about two different people. So, you were with our father during the 100 Days' War? Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. But this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been part of the Royal Army, Liberl would now be part of the Erebonian Empire. No way! That's kinda hard to believe. Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. Okay, we seem to be out of hosses for the moment. One hoss followed twice. Oh no, that one has an extra dash in it, I see. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as the prime example of what a hero should be. He never said one word about any of this to me. Well, it's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Hey, whose side are you on? And besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Did you already know about all of this or something? Wow. I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it. I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel like it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about. I just don't get it. When he comes back, he is in so much trouble. Oh, he is so in trouble! Please excuse us. We didn't mean to interrupt. No. Seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself, after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you is all that could help him recover. Colonel Richard. Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, all right. Our apologies for making you so late. Not at all. You both have told me one thing that I wanted to know, and thus, I have no regrets. Oh shit, what did we accidentally let slip? What little piece of information did he pry out of us? He raised the next generation of superweapons, pretty much. How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. Cassius might even be with us then, to share in the stories. So he knows that we don't know where Cassius is. I bet that's it. Okay, who is that man, and what has he done with Colonel Richard? Estelle was not fully aware of the situation, maybe? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, well, nice. True. He doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right, and I hate to say it, but I think that he might have been playing nice, just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? You might be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. His regret-free alt found the intelligence. Regret-free aft? I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you? The heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. Wait, where the fuck am I? Oh, I know where we are. We're here. Yeah. Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kinda got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Ah, yes. That letter of introduction did mention that you were Mr. Cassius's children. I could understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad, too? He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Prince's... Her Majesty's son. Late Prince? Princess Claudius' father. Yes. He was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he was still alive today. None of this would be happening. Huh? But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shay. Oh, hey, aren't you... Shay, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. I mean, she did literally just say her name. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. I've been told all of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia. That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniforms. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What do you mean? That's right, Joshua. This is the second time in one game that you've had to cross-dress. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh shit, I forgot to read the last line. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Huh. Me, in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try one on ever since we first met Lila. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make the cleaning much more difficult. Maid time, hell yes, hell yes. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Why not? You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? TBH, a lot of people can pull off the maid service look well. Oh yeah. That's a classic look. That's different. It was a play. I can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes. Oh, you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shay, help me out here. Say something. They're giving him a look. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Yes, you can and you must. Shay, don't you have that extra hairpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used though. He has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hold him down and dress him up. Hey, hold on a second. Wow, it looks like a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Shay, I do have another prepared. Wait a minute. I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. And still drags him in. Alright, alright. If I have to change, I'll do it myself. Maruk time, that's right. Shay, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. Aw, Estelle's cute. Oh my. Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well. Just some foundation, it's fine. Such a bright, active maid in training, and after only just coming to the castle too? You certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Granslow Castle for real when this is all settled. A little color correction makes you look less like you for accountability purposes. Those girls have probably seen things the guy wishes they hadn't, probably. Well, we already work as bracers, so, anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. No chance I can talk you out of this. None at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. They gave him sparkles. Wow, it's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks better on him than it does on me. And I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. Well, I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how a maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am! We're finally gonna meet the queen in person. Yes, this is the do-or-die moment. You just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Well, excuse me, princess. This was your idea. I can't believe you've got the nerve to pick on. Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? Not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. Hey, I'm not obsessed with food. They get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the royal keep. I should have given Hilda a different voice, but I really just didn't feel like it. That's why she got a simple one. Hey, I'm actually controlling Hilda. That's cool. Does Hilda have an S-craft? Oh. Alright, just double check. I'm pretty sure this is a really straightforward thing. Go to the royal keep, talk to the queen, conversation's over, head to your room. Doesn't matter what you say, what you pick. Just go back to your quarters. The next day, Elnan will give you instructions. So we are definitely almost to the end of the stream today. There's currently an important meeting being held in the throne room. I apologize, but you'll have to wait before you can enter. Where was the royal thing again? Was it in here? I want to say it was in here. No. Also, here's that room off the dining room you asked about earlier. Oh, it's the kitchen. That makes sense. Oh, and that leads right there. I didn't even notice that door. Okay, and then down here is a storage room. Oh, that's neat. Dun, dun. The entrance is firmly sealed. I wonder what that is. Hilda does not have the thing. That's right, she does not have an ornament. Wouldn't make sense for her to have one anyways. But if she did have an S-craft, I choose to believe it would be really freaking awesome. I legit don't remember where the hell it is to go to the Royal Terrace. I guess it's on the second floor. It's not through the throne room. Oh, here it is. Actually, before I never did take a look at the rest of the terrace. I mean, it's mostly just scenery. You're overlooking the lake. And then the town is this way. It's not bad, I guess, but honestly, there should be more flowers and trees. For being the garden terrace, it's surprisingly devoid of a lot of nature. There's just mostly grass in some spots. Not like Prison Dungeon, but Puzzles and Monster Dungeon. Oh, negative. There is only one dungeon left, and it is the final dungeon. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Maybe it's just out of season? Fair. Such harsh words. Oh, you meant that door. That door that was unopened, Kaiser? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is related to the final dungeon in some capacity. Who are these maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? Hey, you're pretty cute. Thank you. Bows? Huh? Why do I get the feeling we've met before? Crap. Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I rather think that His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Blind, are they, unless this is a different shift? No, it's the same too. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the Royal Army. We wouldn't do that. Ooh, what did I just do? Shit, what did I just do? Phone. I accidentally just closed my own stream. Is chat okay? Did we suddenly get disconnected? No. Okay, we're good. Calm down, Shadow. All's well, then. Now, will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. Please, go ahead. I laugh if Joshua got a smack on the ass on the way in. Whew, that was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Boy clothes, now! Lol. Oh, Joshua, you're so silly. Oh, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it is Princess Claudius' bedroom, but she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh, no kidding. But I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then. Okay, let's refresh this really quick. I didn't see Kaiser's disappointing. There we go. Can someone say something really quick just so I can make sure my phone's chat is back up to snuff? I accidentally hit a button and had to like panic with it for a minute. Her room is on the second floor of the Royal Keep. I see Kaiser's oh woe. Many thanks, my friend. I'll take you there. Anything in Claudius' bedroom? Can we snoop? Negative. Something. Nicely done, Sir Ned. Okay, now, here's the plan, Joshua. Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna kick down the door, stretch my arms, and just stroll in, and then as soon as I kick the door, now this is very important, it has to be timed exactly with when the door kick happens. You have to go, "Somebody once told me," and then that's all you have to do, okay, Joshua? Okay, man? You got this? Okay. I might say sniffer sheets, but she hasn't been there. Kaiser, don't be creepy. Definitely wouldn't, like, go into her drawers or anything. Definitely not. "I beg your pardon, your majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. And this is Joshua and Estelle." "Thank you kindly." Oh, no, I have to... Oh, the queen deserves a good voice. We'll see. I'll fine-tune it. We'll see what we can do. "By all means, enter. As you wish." Well, there are the flower assets. Couldn't they have potted those out in the terrace? Yeah, really. "I'll wait for you here. You two go on in." "Right." Pardon us. Oh! Oh, this room is giving me flashbacks. "I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Auslies. I am the 26th monarch of the nation of Liberl." "I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild." "And I'm Joshua Bright, of the same affiliation. It is a great honor to meet you, your majesty." "Estelle and Joshua, I have truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. I can see the Doujinshi comics already. Oh no. Please, have some and relax." Which is the tea and which is the spoons, lol. "I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring me this information. A pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbal energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it. The professor told us that you might have some idea of what he intends to do with it, your majesty. Can you tell us anything?" "I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it." "Perhaps I am worrying about nothing, but even so." "Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have?" "I suppose there is no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Gransel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate." "Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers?" "No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still functioned." "Wow! So, it was a bona fide artifact then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function, like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and again you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Gransel. So what does that tell us about the gospel?" "Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record." "I see. In any event, it seems likely that trouble is on the way." "Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel might be a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for. But when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. You can't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off." "I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. Wait, does the Queen have 80s hair vents?" "You're acquainted with our father, your majesty." Looks like she's got her hair in a bun, like a net bun, and she's got anime style, bangs. He was a friend of my late son's, and a great savior to the nation. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake requests for me. Really? I didn't know that. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you have not been told. Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then, that is the role that I am meant to play. It's the front part with the bangs, yeah. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Oh, yes, absolutely! It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. 10 years ago, in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Erebonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must omit. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberl. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Oh my, they have tanks. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hawken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberl became occupied territory, save for Gransel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Gransel, too, would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberl's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one, using ships launched from Leiston Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Bose, Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Erebonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. And the one behind this plan for a counter-offensive was none other than one Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father, who was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Lena, your mother, Estelle. That clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counter-offensive. What followed, I am sure you know. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of the Bracer, all to stay with the only one he had left, you. And that this time, he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. Dad, that idiot. It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Sorry, hang on one sec. Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. And so, I am sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. I have wished to apologize to you for a long time. But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. And the peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberl in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for, so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart, and I am grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now, more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. I would like for you to remove yourself from any dealings with this matter. What? But Julia, I mean, Lieutenant Schwartz, asked us to help you. I thank you. I am grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. But, if I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it is held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua, if the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that. Your Majesty? Right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter and the package, and we've been running around all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad. I'm doing this because I believe it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle, it seems she was right about you. Huh? I, too, am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty! My liege, we will do whatever you ask. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Amongst them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Aha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Doonan was out of the running. Yes. Although he is my nephew, he is possessed by a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her, but I personally lean towards the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention, the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. It is hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with the passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. This was all staged so that Liberl could become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. So, if Liberl becomes a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Horrible weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted. And no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no. Indeed. The Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought that such proposals were born out of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with free cultural exchange and trade with all other nations, to the benefit of all. Too much talking, man. I'm definitely getting tired. And we are currently an hour past when we would normally be streaming. Although 40 minutes of that is made up for from us starting a lot later. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. Oh, so the Colonel's just a giant sexist. That's good to know. And so he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudius' safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare to oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed, simply because of blood ties. Still, she is my only granddaughter. I simply cannot allow her to die. Your Majesty, please try to relax. We hear and comply with your request. We will see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind, for a great many reasons. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old. Cool. Did you actually just call the Queen that? Still, she definitely has what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. That's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we do whatever we can. Right. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about her dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua, have you finished the changing? Oh, yeah. Hilda's voice just sounds like the Queen's now, to be honest. Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's almost midnight. Actually, it's 11 o'clock on the dot, Hilda, but fair enough. Whoa, is it really that late? The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? Yes, I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please, relax. We are patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. But pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies, I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? My, that's certainly a sexy name. You don't look like a Shara, though. Hey, watch your mouse! Ho ho ho! Did I catch you off guard? See? I'm a very assertive, sexy young woman. And how about you, miss? You may call me Karen. Karen, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Are you now? Oh, right, we're with the Special Ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. No! I mean, at least not from us. Please, be safe on your way home. Yeah, I should have given her a stricter, sterner sounding voice. But, what are you gonna do? Oh, that's a wrong turn. Oh, no, it isn't. It's literally right here. I took the correct turn at Albuquerque. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. Hey, it was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. Ugh, I kind of lost all my confidence there. Huh? What's all this noise about? Oh, Duke Doonan. Slave of the court. Hey, you maids. You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires who I'm instructing. And this is Shara, and that's Karen. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. So, apparently Philip is the only other person with actual eyes. Did he recognize us? Oh, good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip. Enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you. Stiff upper lip and all. Please, pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I am dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please, don't concern yourself. You know, now that I stop and look, I must say that you both are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very healthy, clean look up to you. As for you, I personally think that you look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. Well, I mean, yes, Shadow, except it's fine because Philip is on our side. Exactly. I'm honored. Yes. Shara, was it not? You shall tend to me this evening. Your Grace? Ew. I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served. Oh, that's gross. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best served for another time and place. All of the maids in the castle work directly in service to Her Majesty Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. Plot twist, he doesn't have a problem with what he finds if he disrobes either of them. I can see that, to be honest with you. He strikes me as very, what's that word again? Hedonistic? Yes. He strikes me as a very hedonistic bisexual kind of person, especially once he's got a lot of drink in him. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for some fun then. Already planning on having sex with all the maids. Your Grace, please no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. But I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Whoa. Oh, right, Shara? You just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice a future king can give. Thank you very much. I mean, but also Estelle is pretty cute. No, Estelle definitely looks cute in her maid outfit. I dig. Aren't you cute? Yes. Good. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come the morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I am truly sorry. Madame and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. Alcohol Doonin for calling. I feel so badly for him. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Phillip personally? Oh shit, what was that? Oh, hey, Drac! And he has sent a gift sub to Tawny. Nice. Thanks for that, Drac. I appreciate it. Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. How are you doing this fine evening, Drac, my man? I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Oh, right, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Tired but can't sleep. Yeah, that's a mood. And we are going later than we normally do, so I'm glad we were here for you. Huh? Come closer. Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear, and just like that, Estelle became 25% less pure. That face! That face! That face is very precious. Now, do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. The Duke wanted tea and chill, he really did. Can confirm have fallen asleep to stream ASMR. Yeah, dude, why not? I actually really love hearing if people fall asleep to me. I know what it's like finding just the right kind of thing you need to fall asleep to, so I take it as a huge honor. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, it was the least we could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes. I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. Excuse me. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. Stream ASMR is less great without Silver Will. Ba, 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 na, na. Da na 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 ba na 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 da da da. That's what I got for you. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? Yeah, we're out. Going back to our room, we're going to bed, and then we're out of this castle. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Ah! Captain Amaltea. Good evening. I realize that you've been invited here, but don't you think it a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please, pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So, where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Oh, that's strange. I was making my rounds through there, and I never saw you. Well, come, let's not waste time on games. Actually, I've received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarters several times, and before anyone gets concerned, the guide specifically states it doesn't matter what you pick when conversing with Amaltea. Just go back to your quarters. So that's why I didn't bother. And I didn't feel like doing the maid quarters to implicate the maids. Do you not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? What? You don't think that questioning someone like that, when you already have the facts, is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So, what business have you in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Oh, Estelle, Joshua! You've been here the whole time. Is that Zin? Yep. Zin. Whoa! Now that's the stuff! You're drunk. Oops! Sorry. Hey! If it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Some luck that we met up again, eh? I suppose. So, what's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business, simply as a security precaution. Yeah, I totally get ya. I just sent him off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No. The cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any we could get our hands on something. If there was any way we could get our hands on something. I don't know why that was hard to read. But no luck. Ned, mid-arrest flirting. Yup. Spooking the hell out of her, too. Oh well, I'll have to do without it, I guess. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. Please note, Zin is also drunk. Take this opportunity to get closer to him. You won't get another chance. Hell yeah. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activities, you understand. Of course. It is late. We should probably just get to bed. Very good, then. Now, if you'll excuse us... Zin. No, wait! Come back! One of the guards has a gun trained on him in confusion. Aww. Denied. Oh, well. Might as well just go back to the room. Right. We'll go with you. Zin would be fun to hang out with, I think. Looks like we managed to convince her, at least. What? Zin, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way! Your face had even gone all red. So Zin was not drunk. Good acting. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? Huh. I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everyone. Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes.
You are an evil, evil man, Zin. Okay, sure, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me.
Sorry about that. So, what's the story?
What story?
I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the Queen.
Whoa, wait, what? How did you...
Did Elnan tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I?
Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed.
So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zin produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua.
Ooh, what's this?
I know this handwriting. Well, don't just stand there. Read it. It'll explain a lot.
Okay.
Dear Zin Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberl, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. This is why I must ask a favor of you. Could I persuade you to come to Liberl and help out, if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberl before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There is a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make fine camouflage. I realize that this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberl before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Cassius Bright. P.S. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. So, Dad actually asked you to come to Liberl, which means he's in Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it.
The long and short of it? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along!
That's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. This letter just gave me the chance to make us swear again. Honestly, I feel like I kind of want a game where it's just a prequel, where you play as Cassius Bright, and Cassius Bright only, and you just, like, play out his adventures as a bracer. Hey Tawny, do you ever see Cassius Bright in the Cold Steel games? Wait, don't answer that. There's a possibility he'll die in SC. Because that is a direct continuation of this plot. So don't answer that. Hopefully he doesn't die, though. This letter just gave me the chance to make us square again.
I suppose.
When did you realize that we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset, once I saw Estelle's technique with a bow staff. I asked Keelika about it, and that confirmed it.
It would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. We've been worried sick, wondering where Dad's been.
I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, all right. If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen.
I suppose so. He knows this much. It wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right?
I agree. It'd probably be best to fill Zin in on everything. It is a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. Estelle and Joshua told of how they had managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little request.
What, you will?
Yep. I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please, let me help.
We'd be glad to.
Thank you, once again.
Do.
Come on. Oh, we don't get the sleeping sound. Where are we? Oh, we're here! What is this place? I never would have imagined that something like this even existed. This is the final dungeon. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Yes, sir. Whoa! Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well. So these must be archaisms. Holy shit! He took out that thing in one stroke! You were the quickest to react. You are, indeed, truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick-draw technique, as well, was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I am humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. But time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge this kingdom's future with my own two hands. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open! A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberal. I expect only the best of each of you. By your orders, sir! We of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel! For the glory of Liberal! For the glory of Liberal! There it is. I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person.
Well, we just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side?
Just a little bit longer, guys, just until we get through this conversation. Yes, we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, then there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Now then, Zin, it was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-ranked bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end.
I knew we could count on you, Zin. By the way, what's this A-rank business?
It's a rank that signifies full-fledged bracers' full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top.
So he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin.
Well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent. But above that, there's an informal S rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve NATE issues on a national scale. And there are only 4 of those on the entire continent.
Whoa, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do.
You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? One of those 4 is Master Cassius.
What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me you knew about this already, right? Right?
Sorry, but yes, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago.
I swear, it's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. Royal Army soldier, hidden hero, divine blade, S-rank bracer. If he's really so damned awesome, then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case.
You may be right. If he were with us, perhaps this never would have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible.
Joshua, what's wrong?
Just thinking about how strange this is. This
whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. At least, it's just the impression I have.
Oh. So what you're saying is, the coup was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct?
No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I can't think of anyone who would possibly who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off.
Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close.
I don't think Colonel Richard could have even managed to pull the wool over his eyes. More likely, it's just that the two major events happened to overlap with each other.
Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I am resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for.
Huh?
All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all Bracers in Grancel, including Zinn, of course.
Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get.
Ideally, we should have the cooperation of other branches, but the checkpoints have been completely sealed off, as of today. Ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity.
What?
So, basically it amounts to martial law.
So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt.
This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any Royal Guardsmen in hiding, as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand.
Oh, fun. But we're up to it. So do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held?
That's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place to be the Airbay Royal Villa.
That's the building in the forest, right?
It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it under the pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. And I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in Leiston Fortress.
Considering it's the army we're going to be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it.
Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. Could I ask you to assemble them here for me? Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with a reporter, correct?
Oh, you mean Niall?
Yeah, we should see if he's picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated.
So, in other words, we need to get in touch with Sister Julia.
She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So, off to the cathedral then. There are 4 other bracers in the city: Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars and their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here.
Sure thing.
Alright then, off we go. Alright, really quick. Oh good, okay. So, at this point, the guy told us that we should have 324 BP, which we do in fact have. I was a little worried about that one, but that was that monster extermination from before. Either way, we are going to save and exit for today. I can safely say with confidence that next stream will in fact be the finale of Trails in the Sky FC. We'll probably do Void Bastards for the rest of the month, so please look forward to that. Otherwise, I will see some of you tomorrow for Kamen Rider, and the rest of you next week for the finale to Trails in the Sky. I hope you all had fun. I did too. And I'll see you later.